Hey, this is Matt. The Goblin's Corner is out this week on vacation, but here's another set of our favorite clips from over 100 episodes. We hope you enjoy.
That's how we roll. 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 That's how we roll.
Like if they don't like water, which is the reason they don't bathe, then
Who knows?
they don't. Yeah,
That's worth exploring.
Yeah,
Yeah, think about that. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe you go in to teach hygiene to the Ettins, and all of a sudden they're a civilized race. They're now working a day job.
next thing you know, you're going to see them in a suit and power tie.
Yeah, absolutely. They got the power tie going on. They got two power ties. 'Cause
Sure.
They've got two heads.
Yeah.
And they've got a desk job, working for the man.
They're a lawyer.
Bringing yes, Ettin, attorney at law. Oh
Yeah.
my God. That is the next character I want to make is an NPC, Ettin, a barrister.
Now that's how you cross-examine somebody. Each head coming at you, just.
And if guys, if you're in the UK, then they've got two powdered wigs. Think
indeed.
about that too. Yeah, that's that's a lot of powder. Man,
So much power.
my brain's going off into a
Okay.
vastly different place. Now, this makes them a great guide if
Yeah.
you're lost in the swamp and, need some help getting the paladin out of the muck. He's up to his neck.
Yeah.
He's like just slowly sinking in the quicksand.
Mm.
The rogue's
Swamp
already
of sadness.
Yeah, he's already dragged the rogue down. It's just happening, right? So they can help pull him out.
Ride them, making fancy armor or fancy shoes.
Making human skin boots.
Sure.
Because why would you kill an alligator for boots? You got a human walking around. I mean, the paladin's just there.
It's true, but
He's already up to his nose. Imagine the bullywug leaps out of the water and with the last step pushes the paladin under the
right.
quicksand,
Yeah.
leaps into the air.
It's an alligator barbarian. I've already said this.
Yeah, look at that alligator barbarian. He just completely destroyed Krug, and the paladin's underwater, sinking.
Of course he is. Still.
He's still sinking. Where is he? Can't find him. I can see his hat. It's got a plume on it, and the horse is eaten.
The party is approached by a bullywug cleric of Palor or Lathander or some good god. Just
Insert
pick one.
whatever stupid god
Amartya
you have,
or anyone. And ask to assist with a quest.
Yeah, so the bullywug stamps in from the swamp, complete in shining armor.
That he got from the dead
He
paladin.
got from the, of course, he got it from the paladin who had drowned a few weeks earlier. He's gnawing on the leg of horse.
Yeah. That's the good stuff.
That's a great conversation starter right there. Did you know this paladin will drown without your help?
They'd just be like, sounds great.
That sounds great. Let's drown him. Did you know this wizard comes along with this paladin? He's his flotation device. Let's kill the wizard and the paladin at the same time. Now, you've got one which I think is awesome, and I think this would be a fun spell in a fight,
Yeah.
which is next. Second level, I believe.
Yes. It is Scent of the Queen.
Tell us a little bit about Scent of the Queen.
The duration is concentration up to a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's verbal somatic material.
What's the material component?
Royal jelly.
Now I know where you're going with this.
Yes, indeed. You are covered in a protective layer of bees. Any successful melee attack against you results in the perpetrator of such attack being stung by vengeful bees, taking 1d8 piercing and 1d8 poison damage.
And people are freaking out because you're covered in bees.
Sure. Now, here's the thing, though, okay? What we don't mention is
They're bees.
the duration is concentration up to 1 minute.
And
Do you see anywhere in the spell wherein it says the bees depart?
No.
No.
And there's nothing in the spell that says they don't sting you. Or that because you're covered in a swarm, you automatically
It
have
is a
disadvantage.
protective layer of
Okay.
bees.
Okay. That's good to know because that would be hilarious as well.
For as 1 minute or as long as you maintain concentration.
Sure.
And at the end of the spell, you are
Attacked by a swarm of bees.
well, I mean, you're covered in bees. Bees, depending on the bees, are not innately hostile.
But they could just, if they're a swarm and you've been repeatedly been attacked, they could just be mad at you.
Or they could just be mad in general.
Just
And
pissed off. And,
yeah, and now you've got a swarm of bees as part of the encounter.
You need to conjure a smoke cloud to get rid of them.
Exactly.
The difference between Kuato and Sahagan is they're usually muscular fish people. Like they've been to the gym and worked out with weights.
I wonder if that was literally the reason that they make Kuatoans spindly and pot-bellied, is so that there'd be a descriptive difference between the two.
Maybe so. Interestingly enough, they also hate magic, with the exception of like their priestesses. To the extent they will target magic users over others if possible.
Yes. Even if it's tactically unsound, they don't care. The second you drop that magic missile, you have signed your death warrant.
Yeah, they're like, that guy.
His whole face gotta
I'm
go.
gonna bite his face off. Sacrifice him to Sokola, the Uncola.
The scene splash, right? Like at the front of the start of the movie. It's like terror at Club La Vila, like little Daytona Beach action.
Some kid with water wings just gets, Sahaga just comes out with the surfboard, clubs him with the surfboard, drags him down.
Sure.
That'd be awesome. There's a Kuato just kind of chilling at the pool. He's got a drink in his hand because he ain't gonna go anywhere. He's pudgy.
He's busy dreaming up something to cause all of these people to die, so he doesn't have to stand up to do it.
Hell yes, that is exactly what that Kuato would be doing. That'd be fun. What about like a happy-go-lucky Kuato? It's just chilling.
Yeah, it's the one.
His name's Bob.
It's the one at the nightclub.
He's got a Jimmy Buffett shirt on. You can Matt see he's got shorts and a Jimmy Buffett t-shirt.
Absolutely, and he's holding a pina colada.
Absolutely, he is. Got a little straw hat on. Oh God, we need an illustrator to draw that up for us. I want that on our wall.
Little parrot nearby.
Absolutely, yeah, a little parrot just kind of chilling. What would the Sahagan be? The Sahagan would be like a Venice Beach muscle guy.
Nice, yeah, I can see that.
See him with like a weight set, just pumping iron. It's so ridiculous. But how cool would that be to have just like some rando creatures like that they're not bad. They're just chilling.
I'm just out here trying to inspire people to get healthy, you know.
Yeah, we're going to rename this Muscle Beach. What are you talking about? We get you guys fit as a fish. This guy comes out of the water and he's pissed. He's like, he pushes the barbarian aside and just strides straight to the wizard. The wizard's like, huh, what's going on? Sahagan's just pumping iron in one hand. He's got a trident in the other. Venice Muscle Beach t-shirt on his chest.
Yep. Brains the mage with a kettlebell.
Yeah.
This is Mangle, the cursed neighbor.
I love everything about Mangle, the cursed neighbor.
This imp gains power from bringing strife to towns, villages, and cities. It is the keeper of petty grudges, the releaser of pets, the weeds and uncut lawns.
Ooh, spooky.
Anytime someone snaps and kills their neighbors because the hedges are untrimmed or the fence is unmended, their power grows, and it's quite possibly their fault. They have begun to slowly gain prominence with the advent of the cults of Hoa.
The cults of the HOA?
Yes.
Yeah, that's totally true.
Mm-hmm.
They're everywhere. Insidious.
Indeed.
This simmering anger over the course of years that slowly kills the lesser-known fiend.
All right, man. What you got?
My first minor fiend is Erodick, Lord of Lost Objects. He who misplaces the keys, stealer of the single sock, eater of pins. No one knows what this demon looks like, for he too has lost himself. Followers of Erodick are varied, and all of them petty.
Sure.
Thieves, imps, and dryer repairmen all pay lasting worship to Erodick. Worship generally revolves around leaving small items in a common area in the hopes that they are stolen by his greediness, and of course, by just doing the laundry. Generally, socks or other garments are considered common tithe to Erodick. So what are the material components of display of power?
A limb struck by lightning.
A limb, as in like a lemon, or a limb, like an arm?
Sure, if you've got one of those handy, but also a stick, a piece of wood.
Gotcha.
I would let you use an arm, though. Absolutely. That's
sure,
fair.
why not? Yeah, I mean, it's display of power. If I'm waving an arm around as a spell component, I mean, I'm obviously serious.
Yeah.
Because I've been carrying this limb in my backpack for a long time.
I have ceased joking around at this point.
Kid gloves are off now. So he just basically made this whole spell to vaporize other people's homes because he got his town razed.
But I bet they don't make the mistake
Hey,
again.
man, if you're walking in with a limb and a bottle of liquid spite, you're gonna do some damage. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like if I were casting the spell, I would, as part of the spell, I think you have to drink the liquid spite.
Yeah.
I don't think you pour it out or
Yeah, you gotta have that-
I think you drink it.
Gotta have that bitter taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love
You
that.
got to really be feeling it to cast this.
I'm feeling it now. Yeah. That's great.
All right. This one's all you, man.
All right. So I have what are called the ghost peppers of poison resistance. And I would almost say poison immunity, but
Kinda.
we'll see why. So they are ghost peppers.
Mm-hmm.
These are delicate, spicy peppers, which are open at both ends to allow the passage of air into and out of the ghost peppers.
Okay. So like
They're
a
hollow.
like a ghost pepper flute.
Sort of.
Tiny little
They're tiny little ghost peppers. They got a little airflow on either side. Sticking the ghost peppers of poison resistance into the wearer's nostrils gives the wearer complete immunity to inhaled poisons at the modest cost of 1 point of fire damage per round. Because they're ghost peppers.
Yeah. Yeah.
You notice I love magic items with slight detriment?
I'm aware.
And these ghost peppers last for about 8 hours of use, and that could be off and on or the whole time, and provide a secondary side effect of rendering the user incapable of smelling for the duration of their use. Because you've got
Oh, yeah.
ghost peppers burning your nostrils. In your mouth.
Absolutely.
Additionally, the wearer may violently eject the ghost peppers of poison resistance out of their nostrils by blowing out,
Sure.
causing the peppers to ignite and simulating the effects and damage of, say, a burning hand spell or fireball, whatever game you happen to be playing. But
Sure.
let's just say burning hands for D&D.
Some fire effect that your DM agrees to.
So you snort out, they catch fire, they just make a flamethrower. The peppers are consumed in this ejection, as are any nose hairs of the wearer,
I mean, clearly.
because you just blew them out.
Yeah.
So lots of flavor, absolutely ridiculous.
Hey, yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
They are of benefit. Now, think about this in a combat. First off, halflings are going to use these. I totally see the halfling thief with ghost peppers of poison. You can see it, can't you? He's got his hair just kind of poked up like this, and
I mean, it wasn't
rolls up-
before he stuck him in his nose, but it is now.
he rolls up on a green dragon. The green dragon just gets ready to breathe that chlorine gas, right? He just shoves them up his nostrils.
Flips him off.
His nose turns bright red. He starts sweating, taking a point of fire damage, and he just walks in the poisonous fog like, this ain't
And what?
what you got. And then he ejects them out of his nostrils and burns the tip of the dragon's nose.
Sure.
That's a badass halfling right there.
It's true.
That's gonna be my halfling. So mine is a 9th level abjuration, the epitome of protection spells, my friends. It's called Barrier Armor Baracus,
Mm-hmm.
otherwise known as BA.
B.A. Baracus.
You've, in fact, correctly assessed this. Verbal, somatic, and the material component is the largest gold chain you can find, which is consumed with the spell. Yeah.
Hence.
Casting time, 1 action, range of 30 feet, area 120 feet. You'll see why in a second. Duration, for as long as BA wishes to stick around.
Sure.
Because you never know.
Yeah.
With an arcane flourish and a swinging of the gold chain, you summon the mightiest protector the multiverse has seen. A creature not just known for his impressive strength and feats of heroism, but also a master of interpersonal life lessons. What are you laughing at?
Matt, I see after-school specials.
Absolutely. This mighty archon appears in a nondescript black van with red stripes, and on your turn blocks all creatures and objects, helpful or harmful, from entering your space, whether you wanted him to or not. Now, he does not block any energy or any spells or anything like that. He just blocks stuff from entering your square.
Right.
Just psh, 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 psh. Barrier Armor Baracus protects you from anything entering your space for up to a minute, and then looks you up and down and proceeds to tell you how to better yourself. Common suggestions should include staying in school, going to a house of worship, imbibing massive quantities of milk, getting enough sleep, and proper grooming. The DM should be encouraged to come up with the more elaborate and wholesome suggestions as needed.
And don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs. Stay in school. Should the caster be in a particularly dire, to BA's mind, straits, the Archon will hang around as long as it takes for his gentle guidance to help. He may also decide that the caster's associates also need some tough love, in which can lead to more life lessons, hijinks, and so forth. Barrier Armor Baracus is completely powerless against anything that flies.
And also, this spell should be cancelable, not counterspelled by, because it has to take effect first.
Sure.
But it can be cancelable by the sleep spell.
As our final cursed item of the evening, the Peep of Eternity.
All right, so this is a small faded yellow confection of sugar and marshmallow. It's seen better days.
This is exactly what you guys think. It is a marshmallow peep.
Right. Upon attuning the Peep of Eternity, you can summon a dire duck for the better part of a day.
I love everything about this.
Isn't a dire duck just a goose?
Maybe. It needs to be a dire duck. It's a duck.
Okay.
It's a big yellow duck that looks like a marshmallow peep.
All right. So what's the curse on this thing, man?
The semi-petrified candy slowly turns you to stone over the course of a week, starting with the extremities and then moving upwards. Because it's a petrified peep. Yeah.
Sure. And how do we get rid of this thing?
So the only way to actually remove the curse is by eating the peep, which peeps are gross, guys. That's why I wrote this.
I knew this was your anti-peep propaganda.
Yeah, that's my anti-peep. You know what? That's fine. People don't like candy corn. I love candy corn, by the way. It's the
we
love
candy corn.
Candy corn.
Yes.
Peeps suck.
Yeah,
there you go.
No, I agree with you on the peep too. But it is anti-peep propaganda.
So eating the peep would be the curse enough. I mean, that's torture.
Right. We got Gazmalon the Sugar Queen. Was a sorceress of great power and had a huge sweet tooth. She left these various Kabbalic confections all over the long dead realm, which had cast her out for various wicked acts, like making peeps.
Yeah. That was really the biggest thing.
I figured.
So it was, think about it. Sorceress of great power, loved her sweet stuff, made a peep. Everybody hated her. Maybe she killed some people as well. And in retaliation, left these just at random places in the realm.
Sure.
So, they come across a peep.
They don't want to eat it.
They don't want to eat it. They just pick it up. It's beautiful, right? It's jeweled. Because, peeps are pristine. They're pretty looking.
Yeah, they're neat looking.
Got, confectional sugar. It looks like little glitter on them and stuff like that. They touch it. They turn to stone. Which leaves a nice fine statue holding the peep.
Yeah.
Which someone else comes along and says, well, look at the statue holding a peep. I'm going to grab this peep. And then they turn to stone. And pretty soon.
Over the course of the week. But they don't know that they're supposed to eat it. And even if they did know, they'd have to choose between being a statue and eating a peep.
Yeah, and no one's going to eat the peep.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you'll pick it up and be like, oh, thank you. You've given me a peep, or I have a peep. And then you slowly turn to stone, and you're like, do I want to turn to stone or eat a peep? I guess I'm going to be a statue.
Absolutely.
If you survive doing the taxes of Mechanus, then you get a boon from Primus, and you should get a good one, too.
Sure.
Maybe that's how you get a lawful neutral warlock pact, guys.
That would be cool.
What a great storyline that would be. You don't even have to play the game. Like, this warlock is a warlock of Modrons or Mechanus. The
Warlock of Primus.
Clockwork Soul, right?
Yep.
Or if you're a sorcerer, how did you get your powers? I filled out taxes. That's it. That's all it is.
I won.
I won the tax war. It never stops following you.
Yeah.
And that randomly will try to find you and knows your exact location anywhere on any plane of existence.
Yep.
Because I'm thinking the luggage from Terry Pratchett, except this leg lamp just kind of stomps its way through the multiverse looking for you. And, oh God, if you happen to cast multiple ones, You could have a stampede of leg lamps.
Every time you lose one or forget and teleport without it, you make a new one.
Yes.
And sooner or later, there's just armies of these things.
Yes, it'd be great. Be like the March of the Modrons.
Yep.
Just rampage. They would eventually like group up together and form a swarm of leg lamps. And that could be a monster, which we should make. A swarm of leg lamps. Think about that, folks.
There's only so much. If you don't immediately get a song that starts playing in your head, once again.
You didn't live in the 80s, for one.
Well, yeah, but message us. We'd be happy to fill you in on
We'll
this.
send you the Spotify playlist for this.
Indeed.
It is called Dead Man's Party. And who could ask for more, really?
That's a great question. And the only appropriate question to follow it up with.
Yep. It is an 8th level spell. It is a ritual spell, as
Sure.
it should be.
Yeah.
Verbal, somatic, and material. And I'm
So
laughing.
What are the material components?
A fifth of bourbon,
Mm-hmm.
a fifth of scotch,
Mm-hmm.
1 beer.
All right. So we switched spells for the material. Got it.
But we're
What's-
still rocking the 80s music for this.
Sure. Sure. All right, man. What's the casting time, range, and area for
It is first off, it takes 1 hour to cast,
me? Okay.
and it affects 1 city block because, as you mentioned before we started recording, it needs to be a block party.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the duration, 2 days.
Uh-huh. So we went from songs to movies.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
Weekend in Bernie's, yeah.
Yeah.
And the description is as follows. Once again, God, this is chock full of references. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I apologize ahead of time. Oingo, the great dwarven wizard of Clan Boingo, is said to be credited with this morbid creation. Given dwarves great appreciation of clan and ancestors, he created this spell so that he could visit dead relatives, reinforce community bonds, and basically drink with the entire clan, living and dead.
Sure. Like you do.
Like you did. Yeah. It is said that every year the dwarven city of Arkbragen has a dead man's party of such monumental scale that the Lord's Alliance in Waterdeep is called by various neighboring cities to try to stop the noise.
So it is so noisy that people from neighboring cities call and a noise complaint.
Oh, yeah.
That's serious work right there.
That's some good work he does.
I was thinking to myself, Matt, I said, how is it that this city has a block party that is so loud? And the answer I came up with was, in fact,
Stone.
no. It is a dwarven citadel, and they literally go, because it's a 1 hour ritual.
Mm-hmm.
They go block by block by block. Every hour, they cast the ritual, move to the next block, move to the next block, move to the next block, and they do the whole city.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
Yeah, some block rockin' beats.
Nice.
We've moved into the late 90s, early 2000s now.
Sure.
Or you know what I was thinking, which would be great? You know the what was it? The fortune, the fortune telling booth from the movie Big?
Yeah.
Imagine a magical version of that.
Little Zoltar action.
The little Zoltar action, but it gives you a deck of many things.
No, that's a terrible plan.
That would be awesome.
That would have to be in a higher level campaign.
Oh, that would be hilarious. I'm going to put that in with the Feywild campaign, a little carnival of delights. It'd be a carnival of terror. Lots of fun.
It sounds like we now need a Beholder Toa.
A Beholder Toa.
A Kua holder?
Wouldn't that be a Eye of the Deep?
Yeah, I suppose it would. But I was thinking more like actual beholder shape or actual Kuato shape. Maybe that's what their potbelly is. It's actually a beholder.
Oh my God. They just rub their belly and a central eye opens up. That would be great. How ridiculous is that? Oh God.
DMs, you're welcome. Players,
The mental image is
Good luck.
awesome. He's still got his margarita though. He's ready to go. His daiquiri.
they don't seem like they'd get along normally.
Wasting away again in Margaritaville, just rubbing his belly and the central eye opens up.
A Kuatoan spiritualist promises an object of your heart's desire and has collected a cult following.
He's dreaming up everything that you believe in. Got a little
Mhm.
cult following. They're dreaming up everything. And the madness is spreading.
Yep.
And then he rubs his belly and the central eye opens up. Can't get over it, man. It's such a great mental image. He just rubs his belly and the eye opens up and just all magic is gone. And then the Sahagins come out of the ocean and brain the wizard to death with a weight,
Sure. The
a
kettlebell.
little kettlebell. Just kill him with the kettlebell.
It boosts our show, and it feeds the hungry algorithm.
Just currently rubbing his belly and exposing the central eye. I laugh every time.
The Goblin's Corner has been written and produced by Eric Holden and Matt Staple.
D20 did our music.
And this has been a Subterranean production.
Later.